Cool.
All right, let's do an intro now.
I don't think there was any sound on that. I feel like there wasn't sound. Was there sound?
Was there sound on that?
Now I'm all nervous about the sound.
We just like literally slapped everything on this computer as quickly as possible and hit stream because it's getting late and
Yeah,
I've got to go pick up somebody from the airport really soon and.
And so we just were like, but let's do the stream anyway.
Yeah, but now I can stream a little bit on this thing.
Okay, get this out of my face.
Next week. Yeah, that's got to be minimized.
Yeah.
So
Get out my face.
we'll just have to follow along what's going on over here.
Slappity dippity doo.
What?
That's just, it says slappity dippity doo. Huge, don't judge. We're gonna do stuff.
Pre-built. Oh God.
We're gonna do stuff to it.
So one of the things I like about this pre-built, can you grab this stack of stuff over there behind us? Is that it's easy to go grab. You got a handle here. I mean, I like to build my own systems all the time too, but if you're going to be messing with a pre-built, this is a pretty damn good one to be messing with. But I'm going to put all this into the pre-built, and then I'm going to mess around with some stuff on the inside. So after I'm finished with this, it'll be half pre-built, half me built.
Yeah.
And
half ye built.
Ye built.
Yes.
So, but yeah, this stuff goes in there, and it doesn't void the warranty. So they make it pretty easy to upgrade. I like that. I mean, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You still in a pre-built, then you got a job. Figured it would be the other way around, because then you get a job and you're like, I'm too busy to build a computer, so then you get a pre-built. But when you're not, I guess, working, yeah.
Why is our main not going back over? Okay.
It will, but it just takes a minute, remember?
Yeah, I know. But
we're on main.
There we go. They couldn't see it because we were at the small window.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 1 terabyte SSD. This is an M.2 from Intel. And this was on sale for $125 on Newegg. I paid for their 3 to 5 day shipping. It arrived in 9 days or so.
Sounds about right.
I think it was 8 days to be fair. That's 8 days. And their marketing was like, or their customer service was like, it's still within time limit. Deal with it, buddy. Like that was their response. It's like, what are you complaining about? That was pretty much their response when I was like, hey, where's my shit?
Like, shut up, you get your technology.
Yeah.
Crybaby.
That baby. And then I'm pretty excited about this this Viper, not Viking. This Patriot Viper memory. Got 16 gigabytes of that. Nudie magazine day, huh?
Yeah.
We got some departures for y'all.
Yes, we're just looking at Departures, a.k.a. the whitest magazine on the planet.
We can make fun of white people.
Yeah. Oof. Like, here, look at this person totally doing construction in a totally construction-appropriate outfit.
Just gonna go up and fix the roof, dear.
Yeah.
Have my avocado toast waiting for me when I get back.
Yeah.
Or there'll be heck to pay. I'll tell you what.
I just slugged my chamomile tea so I could get up here, so let's do this.
Pounded that chamomile.
Yeah. I really want a boba, but I wanted to get this done first.
Whiter Than Yachting, this is the magazine that you find on coffee tables on the deck of a yacht. Yes, this is the magazine. And this is the androgyny issue right here, as you can see.
Like someone's yacht called the SS Departures, like...
Actually, she's built like the 90s anime girls.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like now they're all like super curvy.
She's going to pilot Evangelion after this.
Right, or jump into... There's a crisis with bubblegum, and she's the one you call when they're all out of fucking Big Red and you're furious.
No, we have a bubblegum crisis.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Call the bubblegum crisis girls. And then have them slowly put on their armor.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yes. Oof. Everything's too voluptuous nowadays. What's up with that?
Yeah.
All them curves, y'all like all them curves, don't you? That's not a girl, that's an S.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure what's the deal with the audio right here.
Unless you have some settings in OBS that are weird.
No, everything should be fine. I'll check one more time.
Would it help if I talked like this during all this? We've got some real tomfoolery going on here today.
Probably, and then we'll do if we fix the audio, we'll do the intro again. I swear to God. What? That's better. I didn't do anything. Oh, your voice. That's what it was.
It's another bully year for oil prices. They continue to rise.
I don't see any device properties that could be making this sound so shitty.
Yeah. The new thing this year, barley, and what you can do with it.
This might break things. If it does, sorry.
Everyone sounds like they have a lisp. I really wish they wouldn't draw attention to it. You know,
And we still got audio right now. Let's see. Do we still have it? Yes, we still have audio.
Henry Ford reveals the Model T automobile, a horseless carriage.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. There's nothing
Guys.
we've done differently other than just plug this thing in. It's a USB microphone that we've used on the laptop for a year. And we plugged it in here, and the settings are identical, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to troubleshoot it
Yeah.
because we've got to do the news, and I've got to get going downtown.
Yeah, we're actually talking through a Play School walkie-talkie into a microphone.
The camera mic. Okay, I'll check one more time. Well, just for you. I don't think it's the camera mic, but maybe it is. Okay. Microphone, USB mic.
Yes.
No, it's not the camera mic. Just double checked.
Yeah.
So everything's right. Because we always do everything right. Anyway, how many of you guys have left Facebook? I want to know in the comments right now. How many guys have left Facebook? And
Yeah.
so Facebook is still growing despite 15 million or so leaving. That's, like I said, 6% of the U.S. population of a certain age range have left Facebook. So people are left as people left it years ago. Technical syndicate difficulties. Well, we just did this damn computer like 30 minutes ago, and
Yeah.
it's pretty, but I have to mess with it some
I gotta
more.
tell you, if I didn't have to do updates on Facebook for Tech Syndicate, I would have left a long time ago.
Yeah, I really need to get away from
Yeah.
Facebook.
Every time I open it, I'm just like, oh my god, I don't care about your fucking kid. Oh my god.
Well, that's the weird thing about
Yeah.
this is I didn't realize that the age group that uses it the most are the 12 to 34-year-olds. I thought for sure it was like the 55-year-old plus people, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we got a bunch of boomers on here sharing stuff about, like, how their religion is better and fighting about Trump.
And like anti-vaxxer things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was just, like, the people that are over 55 or under 95 IQ. Like, those two groups were the ones left on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize there were so many 12 to 34-year-olds on there. What
Like-
are the kids doing?
Like I just don't care about my cousin's baby anymore. I'm sorry. I just don't care about your baby.
Oh, God. You know what we forgot to do?
What?
We forgot to install an ad blocker.
Oh no.
Look at this.
You got kicked off of Facebook, Tasty?
How'd you get kicked off Facebook?
Yeah, how'd you do that? I want to do that.
I want to get kicked off. Then we can just tell all the vendors, sorry,
we got kicked off of Facebook.
so badass. We got
Yeah.
kicked off. Anyway, I want to talk about NVIDIA's study that links hardware to, I guess, basically how good you perform in games. And they did a little study here, and they showed that the hours played per week on the bottom here. So they're showing that, like, even if you play 40 hours a week, you'll be better with a 1050 Ti than someone who plays 5 hours a week with a 1080. But if you've got like a 1080 Ti and you're playing the same amount, there's just clear proof now that spending more money makes you a better gamer. 100% true.
Yeah, just
all real.
so this is actually called negative advertising.
Right. They liken this back to like the Sonic the Hedgehog stuff back in the day, or the Sega stuff back in the day when they were like, Sega does what Nintendo don't, and there was a whole era of like, we're awesome because they suck. And so this is telling you that you're awesome if you spend a lot of money, and everyone who spends less money sucks.
Exactly.
So if you spend less money, you suck.
Yeah. So if you can't afford this, you are going to have a worse gaming experience than someone who can definitely afford this. So just be happy that the 1% is gaming better than you and getting more chicken dinners. You know.
Okay, even if these results are 100% real, why would NVIDIA release this to the public? Because isn't this going to cannibalize the sales of like their biggest market, which is like the mid-grade 1060s, 1070s, and that sort of thing? Wouldn't that make people like not want to buy a cheaper card and like just say like, fuck it, I'm gonna get the. I mean, because it's gonna make you want to get the bigger card, but you can't afford it, right?
They'll buy the cheaper cards to mine with, and then
Right.
buy a better card to game with. I don't know.
I got a 1080 Ti at home, and it doesn't help me much. But
Nope.
I mean, the games run faster. I guess the smoother experience does help you aim and everything.
It still doesn't make me enjoy PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds anymore. I still find it to be entirely infuriating.
The same amount of cursing, but
Yeah.
you should be better at your game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of weird that they released this. It's a strange thing for the market, and now this is also going to go straight toward promoting elitism.
Mm-hmm.
So now
More elitism. Let's get that right out there. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say something, and everyone out there is going to be pretty upset. But recently, I go on Reddit. Yeah, I'm going to stir up shit again.
Yep. Oh, here we go.
And I've been striving recently for a more centrist and reasonable view of the world, and I got sick of fanboy stuff and just shit posting about fanboy stuff and ridiculing other people and making fun of everybody. So I actually took the PC Master Race off of my Reddit feed because I don't want to scroll through and see it every day. I wasn't discovering any new video games. That I usually discover those from RPC Gaming or just from a website or something, or Justin will mention it or one of my friends will mention it. So I know about all the new games
am I not
coming
one
out.
of your friends?
You're here.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Justin or one of my friends.
Justin, who is a subcategory of people in my life.
There's Justin and then there's my friend.
Yeah. Oof.
I don't have any
Oof.
friends.
Wow.
Anyway, so yeah, I removed the PC Master Race, but I'm completely anticipating that this chart is going to get smacked on the PC Master Race subreddit over and over again from people who have this card being like, suck it, noobs, you'll never be as good as me.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Do you think that's going to happen? And
Proof that I'm better.
Yeah, proof that they have hard proof now that their fat wallet makes them more elite.
Yep.
America.
This is why I got rid of our trashy on my...
Are trashy?
Yeah, because after a while I got to be like, why are people so capable of doing such stupid... Like, it was angering up the blood too much.
Yeah. In good news, DDR4 prices are going to be dropping a lot. People are sitting on 6 weeks inventory. The market's down. CPUs aren't selling as well. GPUs aren't selling as well. God damn advertisements. Okay. Yep. We're about to install. I'm going to install Adguard right here live.
Do you want me to switch to the main?
Yeah, I can't handle this.
We're going to switch
because
to
we
the
just
main for a
installed
second here.
I didn't do anything. I didn't install any plugins. We just. Oh shit. Do. Can someone sing a song or something while I'm installing Adguard? That's Thank you. Yeah. That I Dream of Genie. What is that? What is that?
Yes, this I Dream of Genie. Boom.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the best I got.
That feels better. There we go. Continue with ad blocker. Yes. Oh, what a
Yeah.
nice experience. I haven't even done my stylish or anything like that. So, yeah, DDR4 prices going straight down. Where's that Patriot memory? And that's why it's a good time to get stuff like this, 3600 megahertz power. Cha-ching. Did you hear me get paid right there by Patriot? They didn't pay us.
You're welcome.
But yeah, Patriot, give us money for that, or else those endorsements. Yeah, it's a good time to be buying stuff right now, and maybe it'll go back up after. I don't know if crypto goes to the moon, then everyone's going to start buying GPUs again, and everyone's going to start upgrading their systems. Then maybe it'll go back up. But a lot of the price went up in the first place because of artificial inflation from Samsung, because they were really hurting from getting, losing the Apple lawsuit and all that sort of thing. So they literally said, because their laws are a little different over there, they said, oh yeah, we're basically artificially raising the price of RAM. And that was a big part of it. And when we were in China, the companies were like, yep, we just have to do this because Samsung told us. What on earth are you drawing?
I'm drawing a Minotaur that's let itself go.
Oh. Right.
Because I can. This is what I was doing while you were installing Adblock.
Just taking a hot Minotaur.
Draw a Minotaur that's let itself go.
That's like the King of the Hill version of a Minotaur.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna take these dwarves and ram them through.
God dang it!
God dang dwarves!
How many times do I have to tell you not to get lost in my maze?
So we were just talking about Facebook and anti-vax.
Yeah. So Speaking of,
This one's great.
yeah.
And it's true. It's all true.
Yeah, so this goes back to that whole thing which we've talked about a lot of times before, where people are more likely to believe their friends than they are to believe a scientist talking about something.
It's like, here's a bunch of scientific proof. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I talked to Jeff.
Yeah, and Jeff, spent 20 minutes looking this up on Google, so...
What's Jeff do?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing, right? He's in between jobs. He used to drive a tow truck, but now he just mostly masturbates all day.
Yeah. But
And looks at conspiracy theory videos.
This is after the kid that got famous for giving himself vaccinations despite his stupid mom not wanting him to.
Right.
Lindenberger. Yeah. Saying that he got his information from not Facebook. And basically, Facebook has become the most notorious spawning ground for all this anti-vaxxer crap. So now, Mark Zuckerberg and the rest of the Facebook elite squad action team are going to be cutting down on all this crap that's getting posted on and about anti-vaxxer movements because people are dying from stupidity literally in America in 2019.
Now, should stupidity be free speech? Is this going to be a speech thing that people are going to yell and scream about? I'm arguing this from a devil's advocate point of view because Facebook is a private platform and they can really do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
If they say they're going to be if they say hey, we're just going to be a bastion of free speech, then that's different. But they're do they have an agenda here? Are they trying to help out big pharma? Are they trying to is this against free speech? Should people be allowed to be that dumb?
I mean, according to Facebook, they're going to be using the World Health Organization and the CDC as their barometer for whether or not this shit's accurate or not.
I would follow it from that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, dude.
Oh, your sister's an anti-vaxxer?
Oh, Ben, I'm sorry about your sister.
I'm sorry for her loss.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oof.
Does she have kids? Because
Yeah.
we need
That's
to talk.
unfair.
We need to talk about that. If she does, and she's completely you're not allowed to, take my son-daughter out for vaccinations, and you can somehow swindle them away to get them vaccinated,
Yeah.
and not tell her, do it, and just let her go on and make believe land.
Yeah, just say, hey, I want to have a cool uncle day with the kids.
Yeah.
We're going to go hang out and then schedule a doctor's appointment for them to get all their vaccinations and then just never say a word.
You know what they're going to start doing is, this was an article we're not talking about, but there's a thing where kids are too clean now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting the proper amount of filth, right? Because you grow up, you're surrounded by filth. Our bodies are just basically factories.
Yeah.
That's completely comprised of a number of different bacteria and microorganisms and that sort of thing. And kids are too clean now, so in some places they've created these really rough playgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
They got rust and old equipment and stuff, and go play, bust your head open, have some fun, it's good for you. And that's the opposite end of the movement. You know what I mean? You got the anti-vaxxers and you got the people being no, go out there and build up your immune system and get some microbes in you. It'll be good for you. So maybe they can start hiding vaccination needles in these playgrounds.
Yeah.
And you sit down on the swing and you're what? Oh, I'm immune to measles now.
Yep. Thanks. Now I won't die from polio. Tag, you're it.
That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Right?
Man, okay, so they're also saying that she has a newborn child and she's not getting him vaccinated. The plus side is that it will be a newborn child forever because it will probably die.
I mean, if it's exposed to anything,
Yeah.
hopefully not.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I've seen that's really, really crazy is someone this week they've started another bit of a movement where it's, this health craze of wearing fucking yoga pants.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you in your yoga pants, and drinking smoothies and not giving your kids breast milk. So I saw a new thing where people are posting my baby's just been born and no milk for her. She's going to be a vegan from day one. No breast milk,
Just whey proteins. Yeah.
and no vaccinations and nothing but fruit smoothies.
So I feel like
Take the baby away.
I feel like the last time that people weren't vaccinating their kids on a massive scale like this was the Middle Ages, when
They didn't have it.
yeah, and infant mortality rate was obscenely high.
Maybe this is nature's response to us. We're the globe has population centers and concentrations in certain areas, but it's not overpopulated. We could be completely fine. But we haven't been. We've been like messing things up and polluting. Maybe the globe is just like, or the Earth is just like, this ain't working out for me, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you guys some weird brain microbes that make you think that you shouldn't vaccinate to get rid of some of you.
The Earth is breaking up with us.
Right, the
And
Earth
that
is
makes sense.
like, guys, we need to talk.
This just isn't for me anymore.
It's not working out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hug a tree later. This is getting hippy-dippy here.
Yeah, seriously, Ben Dean, like, do a cool Uncle Day and take those kids to get vaccinated just secretly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then come tell us about it because
Yeah, we want to hear about it.
we really do want to hear about
Yeah.
it. So, and more things that I wish could be over.
Yeah.
Daylight savings time. The EU is getting rid of it. So.
Yep. Because it's an antiquated system that has no bearing in society today. Because it was suggested back in the day as a way to be able to conserve candle usage. We don't fucking use candles anymore.
I thought. See, I've heard that it was also during wartime, so that they could work in the factories longer with more light. I don't know. If anyone actually knows, because I've heard lots and lots and lots of like different anecdotal
I heard
reasons.
Ben Franklin suggested it as a way to preserve candle usage.
Whatever the reason, it's ridiculous. So it is.
Yeah, doesn't
time
Arizona
for a change.
not do it?
Yeah, there's some states that actually have stopped doing it.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of controversial shit to talk about now.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna just open this up and see if anyone in the comments is
All
gonna
right,
do
let's
anything first off.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel? Anybody?
Yeah. Has anyone seen Captain Marvel yet?
Anybody? So I don't know anything about this, but I think the funniest thing that I've seen about this, I didn't know what was wrong before. I was like, why is everybody mad at her? Like, girl's in a movie. Why is everybody so pissed?
Yeah.
The only thing I've seen about this is I saw some people who were angry that Spider-Man's butt was more pert and round than hers was. There was like, I was on Reddit the other day, and it was like, this is the real outrage. And it was like a shot of her butt and a shot of Spider-Man's butt. And they were like, look at this. And people were like, oh no, I just had weird feelings about Spider-Man.
Oh god.
And I was like, God, Reddit. Why does people go on Reddit at 2 a.m. before you go to bed? That's not the last thing I should do.
Yeah. Ben Dean Fox says, what's wrong with Brie Larson? That was my question, too, when I started seeing all this controversy around it. And it turns out that there's nothing wrong with her. There's something wrong with the people that are getting upset about it.
Oh, yeah, there's something about... She was like... So she's like being really pushy when it comes to diversity, right?
Yeah.
Like, she's saying, like, all the people interviewing me are white men, and then people are already mad because it's another movie with a female lead. So...
Yeah. And there was the whole thing that a lot of people were upset because they're pushing the fact that it's a diversity thing over, like, the actual plot of the movie and stuff. With, like, the her highlighted in hero and stuff like that. But there's also just a huge portion of people on the internet that are like... excuse me.
You gotta get in character.
A lady main character? No, that will not stand. Like
If I can't have a woman, then there shouldn't be a woman.
Like there's also just a huge portion of people like that that are feeling that way. So like which really begs the question, like, okay, if Alien came out today,
right,
how pissed would people be about Sigourney Weaver being the main?
There's also two sides to this. When Alien came out, I'm still doing that 80s movie thing, even though this week I've worked like an enormous amount on like websites and stuff that's not Tech Syndicate, so I haven't had time to watch any movies this week. But before that, I was trying to watch some 80s movies here and there, and there were some strong female characters. There were some badasses.
Yeah, like
and there
Connor.
were just there's a lot of them, and there's even some strong. Well, they still play it up a little bit, but there were some pretty strong black male leads and that sort of thing in these movies, and just there was some diversity, maybe not as much as there is now, but no one said anything. You know what I mean?
No one gave
like that. That was the thing. Like you would walk in the door, and now I feel like some of the movies I'm watching, the females are like, "Well, let a woman do it." You know, like they say these lines in the movie, and it's like everyone's hyper aware of everything. You know, so I think that we're in a sort of a weird, funky stage where all the kids are going to school and they're studying the transgressions of the past, and they're studying grievance. Everyone's into grievances now, like, oh no, who have we grieved? And everyone's just so fucking sorry and trying to make it up for all the shit we've done in the past. So maybe we'll go through this for a little while and come out and just be like a little chill, but I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
So it's both sides.
Like, I could just imagine...
It's in your face. People get sick of it being in their face.
I could just imagine, like, the like long-winded incel Reddit post about if Terminator just came out today being like, why Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually the main character and not Sarah Connor, or why the Terminator is actually a hero.
Right.
You know, like I could.
The Terminator 1 is an awesome movie with a strong female lead.
Yeah.
And that's from 81 or 2, I don't know, 3, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
A lot of Cameron movies had a strong female lead in them. Like,
I think it's actually more of a thing, like Tasty's saying right there, the DC movies where they don't actually make it too much of a thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and
I think that's more powerful.
And DC had the perfect thing to like do it when they did Wonder Woman because they had a female director for it and stuff.
Right.
And they were just like, no, it's just gonna be a good movie about Wonder Woman, and it was the only good DC movie that's come out in the past couple of years, to be honest.
So, okay, so here's the next comment here, like the crap that was the new Ghostbusters movie. I didn't see it. Was it any good?
Yes.
Okay, it was okay.
It was good.
But they did market it as being like a girl thing, and that's, if
like they were marketing from the girl power point
you know
of
what?
it instead of like, hey, we're trying to relaunch the series. And granted, like, part of the reason why they went with that Ghostbusters, and now they're going to be doing a new Ghostbusters with an all-male cast again, but the part of the reason was because Harold Ramis died. Like, like originally they were going to do it with Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis and the guy who played Winston, I can't remember his name.
I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
But like they were originally going to do it with all those guys, and then Harold Ramis died, so it was like, well, let's do this instead. Like, and that was fine, you know.
But I feel like there's valid points on both sides. People are making a huge deal out of it, and people get sick of it being a huge deal. And then you've got the incel types who are just mad anytime a woman does anything. Yeah. And in my brain, they almost don't count. They're like, put them in a box. They're over there. They're just jackasses. They're sad because they can't have what they want. That's mean, but it's sad actually.
But like those are the same guys that you're like, so what? You want to just see like huge muscly men all over the screen, like without their shirts on, doing stuff? No, I still want to see hot chicks, but I just want to see The Rock telling her what to do is all. Like,
oh god.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's some advice for Hollywood, right? Make the movies you want to make, and if you want to give them a strong lead that's not a white male, do it, and that's it. Just do it. Don't like market it. Don't make a big deal out of it. Just do it, and don't have everyone go on interviews and be like, this is a power movie for women. Just do it.
Yeah.
Make it a powerful woman movie or whatever, and put it out there, and see what happens. And then it'll become, if it's not a thing, it'll become a thing.
And Tasty brought up a good point. When they make it a thing, I think they send the opposite message. They make it seem like strong women isn't the norm.
That's the thing I'm getting from the 80s movie. It's just like they show up and they kick the door down and no one says a thing about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Red Sonja, who was brought up earlier, Red Sonja fucking rules.
And there was no deal. It was just like, this is normal.
Here's a movie about Red Sonja.
Yeah. Like, but we weren't hyper aware of our grievances
other thing
like
too,
we were, now we are.
The other thing too is like, if it's an all-female cast or if it's a female director, anything like that, the movie has to be perfect in everyone's eyes. Because the minute that it's like Ocean's 8, which was the all-female Ocean series, which all of them were pretty much bad after Ocean's 11. But anyway, like after that, they like put that one under so much more of a magnifying glass than they did any of the other Ocean series because it happened to have an all-female cast. The same thing that they did with Ghostbusters.
Right.
Like, they had to be like, oh my, no, but look at this imperfection and this imperfection. Meanwhile, Oceans 12 and 13 did shit in the box office equally, and everyone was just like, well, George Clooney can try harder in the next one. Like, but Ben Affleck's still great, I guess. Like literally.
This is it right here. Look at this flip. Look at this flip. Yes. Look at this flip.
Get her.
Yeah. It's still going.
Yep.
This is with a replay, okay? But this is really in the movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Let's see a man do that. Let's see it. Huh? Yeah! It got me hyped.
You good over there?
Yeah, I got hyped right there.
Oh, man.
You're I think I'm a feminist now.
Yeah. Congratulations. You're a feminist.
Whoops. Yep. Well, sure. Well, then.
But meanwhile, we have this harem Xena action figure just in case.
What's that? I couldn't harem.
Yeah.
Oh, God. There you go. Man, ain't that agile. What kind of talk is that? Anyway, now that we're all excited, please go buy our things at epicpants.com. These Finite Gaming Mice are selling like things that are selling somewhat faster than hotcakes, but not quite, depending on the town and how much people like hotcakes.
Like if
this didn't work.
Is it a diner that's known for their hotcakes, or?
Yeah, maybe.
I can't do the Xena Warrior scream without it sounding like the
like a chicken getting strangled. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Anyway, head over to epicpants.com. Get some clothing to keep you from being naked, because that's illegal in most places unless you live in Vermont or Austria or possibly some parts of Germany. In which case, this is more stylish than being naked because you're ugly.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the good way to sell things, to insult the audience and tell them they're ugly?
Sure.
You need to cover up your ugly body with our...
It's like the NVIDIA...
Negative advertising.
Yeah. So, like, the clothes you're wearing aren't good enough for you to operate in society. If you really want to operate well in society, you need to spend your money on Epic Pants clothing. Because, according to this chart, it'll make you more functional in...
All right, we're going to get some marketing data here.
Yep. There's...
Okay, it's coming right up, guys. We're doing a research study right now on the benefits of wearing Epic Pants clothing and drinking beverages in Epic Pants beverage containers and stuff like this. Yes. How's that thing coming along there?
So it's great. It's great.
Yes.
So the
market study done.
Yeah, market studies have shown that if you look at the red line here, this is actually your quality of life without buying Epic Pants stuff. But you can see this black line here, because it's metal as fuck, that you can see a steady increase in buying in your life quality, over a period of time, the more Epic Pants stuff you have.
Take this in, everyone.
This is sound marketing research
science
that we
right here.
have done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you ordered yet? All right, thanks very much, guys, for bearing with us.
Yep.
What is this business right here?
I don't know.
All right.
Someone quit this article.
I don't care. I don't really care about this either. Just new charging stations.
Yeah,
Yay.
go Tesla.
I just can't wait till we get one that can drive across the country.
Yep.
And then I'll be like, yep.
Super cool. Okay, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
This is the coolest bacteria I've ever heard about.
Well, isn't it Yellowstone, right?
Yep.
So there's some weird stuff growing in Yellowstone.
Great Geyser Basin.
Well, you got to say it. The Great Geyser Basin.
Here in Hot Lake Great Geyser Basin, we see a particular strain of bacteria that can produce electricity while also eating pollution here on the zebras, on the glaciers, with the debris.
The debris.
Yeah.
We harvested this from frozen zebras who were under the ice sheet.
Yeah.
In the
Choked
middle of...
on debris in the glacier.
A jaguar was attacking the zebra. Anyway.
David Attenborough, man, that guy's a treasure.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway.
They better clone him before he's gone. We have the technology.
Yeah.
I've still got my freaking hair going. It's almost long enough to be happy about it. Anyway, so this stuff can eat like toxic and create an electrical current. This stuff, it turns toxic stuff into electricity. And it's a very, very low power, but, maybe with the right technology they can turn this into something. It's all over my head.
Yeah.
But the other thing that's pretty interesting about this is we have an organism here that can eat stuff that would kill us, right? It eats stuff that can kill us, and then it breathes electricity.
Which is awesome.
Now, when we see movies about aliens and stuff, they land, they show up, they eat sandwiches, they're like, oh, peanut butter. Peanut butter. That's what they do in the movies, like especially the old movies I've been watching. Like, oh, what is this? I love peanut butter. That's their voice.
Yeah.
And they're like, and they breathe air because we think inside this little box. But if we've got stuff living right here on the Earth that can breathe electricity, what really is out there?
Yeah.
There's stuff out there breathing phenolphthalein.
Oh man, it would be like those aliens from Titan AE. Those things were fucking cool.
I don't remember the bioluminescent things.
Yeah, the luminescent ones.
Yeah.
Not the ones that made him hold up his hand like this.
Right.
That were like the weird bird people. I'm talking about.
I haven't seen that movie in such a long time.
You guys, let's talk about Titan AE for a second.
I need to see that again.
It had a soundtrack featuring Creed.
Creed?
Yep.
You're not helping me here. You're not making me want to go see it.
Yeah, it had a strong female lead character in it, played by Drew Barrymore. And, yeah.
God.
Man, that was a good... I need to watch Titan.
Creed.
Yeah. And was it Brad Pitt's the main actor in it or someone? Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
Brad Pitt and Creed.
Yeah.
You've half sold it. I don't know about this Creed
dude,
business.
Titan A. Come on. Yeah.
Creed?
Yeah. Sometimes...
I thought it had Elton John or something. That was the Disney one about Treasure Island, or not Treasure Planet, but the Atlantis one.
Oh yeah, Atlantis had, but Lion King had Elton John in it. Treasure Planet was pretty rad too.
Well, after the awesomeness of our shirts melts your skin, you're going to need some of this. In Israel, they have created a almost temporary skin that they can literally like shoot it onto you, and it's a
Oh yeah, Power Man 5000 was on that track too.
Power Man 5000. All right.
This is what it sounds like when worlds collide.
Maybe. I'm trying to do the news here. Okay.
That's what it sounds like when worlds collide, guys. Continue about your second skin, whatever.
Nanomedic Technologies Ltd. So it's mainly for like burns, but any wounds that need a lot of treatments and stuff like that. This, you basically shoot it on, and it makes a nice cover while the underlying layer heals, and it's almost like a false skin. And after they do that, you don't need to do any of the painful treatments where they have to constantly treat the wound, and it's really, really painful. This, you just shoot it on top. It makes like a skin layer over top of the burn or the cut or whatever. I'm just doing this a lot.
Apply to area burn.
Yeah. So
Sure.
This will be the new joke, right?
Mm.
I think Nanomedic needs to come to your house because you were burned.
Yeah.
And the delivery mechanism is pretty
Apply
cool.
second skin to area of burn.
The delivery mechanism is pretty cool. They use like a little gun that fires it and like sticks on you. That's like
Yeah.
yeah. That's more of the noise. I can't do it. You do it again. Into the mic, please. That's for everyone's benefit.
Yeah.
Just loop that sound bite later.
People get really upset when I use that sound in D&D.
What do you mean, like a flume lands on the ground?
I'll be like, and this giant caterpillar monster comes approaching to you, and it kind of goes like, and like everyone at the table will be like, ah, gross. Like that's what grosses them out. You
need to bring.
You know.
Okay, you need to bring like one of those goo. You know what I'm talking about? The little the
like Nickelodeon Gak.
Yeah, the Gak or whatever.
Yeah.
You bring Gak and be like, and then the gelatinous ooze moves across the room, and you're like, just make everybody feel wonderful. Cosmetic applications. I don't know.
Rigo, I talked about D&D. Are you happy?
We can maybe have more of it.
There's no pleasing him.
There's some. I gotta go. Holy shit! It's 6:00.
Yeah.
Witcher 3.
Yes, the director just got promoted to Cyberpunk 2077 design director. So
Now there's 9 design directors.
yeah, hopefully this game will be as awesome as all the hype leading up to it has been.
There's a little video here I'm going to recommend if you're curious. Where is it? Sign in. I'm not going to.
No.
This is a really cool video. It's PlayStation based, but
We'll put a link to it. Don't worry.
yeah, it's going to be, the link's going to be up, but
It's really great.
Pretty cool video.
Are we not going to be able to watch any of these videos that we have loaded up in the thing?
I haven't signed in yet, and I'm not going to.
It ain't
I'll do it next week.
Oh, this one works.
This one works. So set in a fictitious town in Massachusetts, The Sinking. It's an interesting looking game, but it's very similar to like Call of Cthulhu. You've got your insanity meter and all that sort of thing. But if you're looking for like a game with a lot of flavor, and there's even like the interdimensional weirdness going on, strange monsters. It's basically, they were like, hey, can we make Call of Cthulhu without using the license? That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. I heard that they were pushing back the release date for The Sinking City because so many games were coming out at the same time it was originally going to be released.
Yeah.
That they didn't want to have a lot of competition.
I don't know. It's got a lot of flavor.
Makes sense.
Oh no, he's mind controlling.
Don't do it.
I like the look of it. I mean, it'd be worth a little bit of
Tatiana Lifeboat. Classic name.
wonderful.
Hi,
Might be
my
worth
name is Tatiana Lifeboat.
Might be worth a look. They said the world is semi-open in the sense that like monsters will appear when you least expect them out of, even in like mundane spots of the level. They're not like
They're not safe houses.
Yeah. You'll be doing something mundane, and all of a sudden be like, oh shit, a monster. So
that looks like a dagger that will kill some monsters.
Although you have the ability to like look at an object and then see into the past based upon that object.
No, cool.
And like it'll bring up a little scene. I feel like they've done that before in what game was that? Did they do that in Dishonored, where you could like what game where you like he's walking into the past here, looking at what happened and stuff, and collecting clues. What did they do this in? Was that Dishonored or something else? I forgot what game it was where you could like.
I want to say BioShock Infinite, but that's wrong.
I think it was Dishonored. One of the latest ones where you could like.
No, that was just her opening the tears kind of thing. All right.
I've decided it's Dishonored.
Okay, it's Dishonored. Moving on.
Yeah, moving right along then. Next up on games that we are curious about. So, Ready or Not is if you're familiar with the old SWAT game. God damn it, McAfee. Lenovo, I love the new computer, but McAfee. We're gonna have to talk about McAfee being on here. So McAfee just popped up and almost ruined my life. I'll uninstall it later, but yeah, there's obviously some things about when you get a free build, you have to go in and like make them your own, which I have not done yet. Just unboxed this thing an hour ago.
So what's Ready or Not? Is that
Okay, Ready or Not, if you played the old SWAT games, they're very similar to the Tom Clancy games.
Yeah.
It looks like a spiritual successor to the games like SWAT, where you control a team and you have to strategize.
You can just go in guns a-blazing?
No.
Oh, that's boring.
I think the actual feel of the game, the old SWAT game, was closer to like Ghost Recon than actual Rainbow Six. But it's it's first-person experience, and you can have snipers lined up. You get everything planned and then go in and take them out. But I like the pace of these games. Yeah, it's very similar to Rainbow Six.
Since a lot of angry multiplayer sessions.
What's to do with Rainbow Six Siege? It's got a lot of elements of that.
There's always going to be that one guy in your party that Leroy Jenkins is way into everything.
Just like you're trying to like plan, and this guy's like,
and then snipers will go in and be like, I got him, guys! Go!
Yeah.
Shit, I'm hit, I'm down, send in 3 men!
And then they've killed the hostages. Yep. God damn it!
Like Nate,
you don't
we've
always
been planning for like half hour, dude.
It's always Nate.
Yeah. God damn it, Nate.
Well, you don't always have to kill everyone. You can go in and take them out and like handcuff them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're the cops. There it is. Oh, look at that! I timed it perfectly.
Wow.
So that looks like. I mean, if you like the old SWAT games, I'm definitely going to check this one out because I loved the original Ghost Recon. Didn't play too many of the Tom Clancy games or the Rainbow Six games. Tom Clancy, was that the yeah?
Yeah, sure.
And this is probably my now newly most look forward to game from 3D Realms. So, guys who brought you Rise of the Triad and a number of other games, Blood, a whole bunch of good games on way back in the day. But so their last game was, I believe, Unreal Engine, the Rise of the Triad stuff. Well, they also did like Bombshell and a few other games, but they have gone back and grabbed the Quake 1 engine and created a new game using Quake 1 technology. So the old id Tech
quad kill.
And there it is. I mean, we've got a resurgence right now of retro FPS games just going crazy.
Oh, that looks really rad.
These games are fun. They're just fun.
Look at that cerebral bore gun there.
The thing for me is if they've got a good shotgun, I'm like, yep, let's play it.
Oh, I'm into that ooze launcher.
Ooze launcher. That's straight out of Unreal.
Or do you think they're going to call it an Uzi?
Ooze, blast an oozinator. Uh-oh. You know what time it is.
Train time.
There it is. You ready for this?
Oh, the ooze blasting oozinator?
Yeah, it's on. Let's do it. The ooze blasting oozinator. If you guys haven't seen this, it's pretty disgusting. Ooze blasting oozinator. This is a real product from like the early 90s, 80s or something.
It shoots
ooze.
Yeah.
You guys have to go watch this. Google it after you're done here and listen to the audio of the guy's voice. Just
I've been slimed.
And then everyone being like, the ooze blasting oozinator. They always have that gruff voice.
Calm down, Spaz. We'll get there.
Yeah, just hold on.
Jesus, accept the flow already.
There's a lot of games to talk about this week.
So this one I put in here for Outward.
Yeah, what is this game? Is this an MMO or what is this? Just an RPG?
I think so. I haven't really looked into it. I was walking about.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the people talking about the gameplay for this, and this is a world which I really appreciate. Is that there are monsters and stuff everywhere that are way beyond your shit.
Right.
It's not like a scaled level universe, so you actually have to like plan and strategize and set up traps and stuff like this to help deal with stuff. Like it's not always just like running up and hitting things like it's showing right here.
Yeah, but he's also like having to dodge. It's basically a Dark Souls ripoff.
Yeah. It's pretty much a Dark Souls rip. So
actually, the combat does kind of look a little.
So,
Dark
but like
Souls-y.
as you go, you like learn different tricks and traps and things like that you can do to like strategize. Like here, they're showing this person is setting up a trap to deal with this weird, I don't know, alien motherfucker.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he got
Yeah.
stabbed right in his balls of his feet.
Yep.
Yeah. They're still going on about the ooze blast and ooze invader.
This is outward.
Yeah. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Its graphics look a little old, but you know.
Neat. All right.
Hold on. PC Gamer is like the worst violator when it comes to ads. They just leave me alone.
Not now, PC Gamer.
Yeah. Leave me.
So,
Chris Avallone.
Yes, Chris Avallone has been working on Jedi Fallen Order, which is really exciting because Chris Avallone is a really excellent writer when it comes to things.
Let's read some of his some of the games he's worked on here.
Fallout 2 and New Vegas, Icewind Dale, Tyranny, Prey,
and
Leads of Knights of the Republic 2. Plus, he's done a bunch of stuff for like Pathfinder, and he's written some stuff for D&D. Like the guy knows how to write really excellent plot lines and stuff.
So when it comes to stories in games, and you read the list of his games, they're like, holy shit, those are like in my top. A lot of these are in my top few when it comes to like story and stuff. Like a lot of these games you play for like the mechanics, but you start playing New Vegas and you're like, okay, I like the mechanics of Fallout, but all of a sudden now I've got this more nuanced, richer world because
yeah. Like whenever I see
writers.
his name attached to something, I'm always like, ooh, this is gonna be good. Like
this goes right back into what I was saying last week, where it's follow the individuals who make stuff that you like rather than the companies. Like, don't follow Obsidian. Follow the guys who are in Obsidian. If they stay in Obsidian, great. But if they go on and make something else, then follow that. You know, like figure out who it is you like, what director, what producer, what writer, and then follow them.
Yeah.
And this is one you should be following.
So, The Simpsons are retiring another one of their episodes. They've only retired one other episode, I believe, up to this point.
What was that one?
The one that took place in the Two Towers.
I've never seen.
Oh, there's
anything.
one where Homer goes to New York City, and there's a whole thing with him running in between the two towers and stuff like that. And after 9/11, they retired the episode.
Why?
It's like a nice way to honor it. I don't know what their justification was. But
how do you retire something that already exists?
They just take it out of syndication and out of so
people got the
but
DVDs.
This one's a little different. So this wasn't done out of respect. This was more done because after Leaving Neverland, the documentary came out about the two guys that were molested as children at the Neverland Ranch with Jack. Allegedly. There's the stark raving dad episode, which Homer goes to an insane asylum, meets a guy that thinks he's Michael Jackson, brings him back to hang out with his kids, and lets them write a song and hang out together. So this one,
wasn't Michael Jackson actually in that episode?
Yeah, so Michael Jackson did the voice in it, but he wasn't allowed because of some weird thing with his record company. He wasn't allowed to perform any songs, so they actually had to bring in an impersonator to perform all the singing parts of it.
Weird.
But yeah, I know way too much about this. But Michael Jackson actually voiced the thing, and he had a different. They put him in like Jack Michelson or something like that in the credits because they didn't want him. It was some weird shit. But only crab juice. I got Mountain Dew and crab juice. That was from the Two Towers one. So, but unlike the other one when they just took it away from syndication and stuff, this is going to be removed from like DVD box sets in the future and stuff. So like this episode is just going to slowly disappear over time is what their hopes is. So, yeah, they.
Is this? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Jackson's dead. It's a bit difficult because he cannot come out and like say anything in his own defense, and he can't argue anything. So right now we're just like.
I mean, he wasn't really good at arguing in his defense when he was alive, though.
Right, but I mean, he doesn't have the opportunity.
Really good
he
at
can't
hiring lawyers. To
do it. I mean, he can't. He doesn't have the opportunity to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So and right now, so everyone can just. I don't know how I feel about all this stuff. It's like.
Yeah.
Should we keep digging into this stuff? Or should we not keep digging into all this stuff? I don't know.
I feel
it's
like
worth a lot of money because someone's making money on that documentary.
Sure, and like I feel like instead of worrying about how this is going to offend someone 20-something years down the road, you should just accept the fact that that was the point in time and it was different than when they made that episode. Like, you should just... I don't know. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be retired myself.
I think everyone's so sensitive, and like it goes right back into the... Like, they are trying to cater to the absolutely most sensitive person.
Sure.
Because that person can make a lot of noise online.
And I feel like...
now that they have a platform.
Yeah, so, like... But I feel like it's just more of them being like, look how good we are, instead of, you know...
That's a way to get good press right now.
Yeah.
So...
But,
just enjoy the damn content.
Yeah. But, the latest trailer for Good Omens looks amazing.
I know nothing about Good Omens, except
so
for...
have you read the book?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I know David Tennant's in it, and that's about it.
So this was a novel by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett that is about an angel and a demon having to work together to stop the end of the world happening.
I guess I've never gotten into
It's also just a really fucking hilarious book, and there's a lot of really good humor and stuff to it, too.
I've always found Neil Gaiman to be too campy for my tastes. It's like...
You might like
this
one.
He's like dark and happy.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited to see this. I'm really wondering if they're going to do the paintball scene, which you'd have to read the book to know what I'm talking about. But
David Tennant looks younger in this.
The company paintball scene. I really hope they put that in the show.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Anybody else looking forward to this? I don't know.
I'm really excited about this.
I have no idea what I'm looking at here. If I decide to watch it, is this giving away anything?
No.
Anybody? So Doctor Who, I've never actually watched Doctor Who, but I like David Tennant, which is interesting. What was that British drama where he was living by the ocean as a detective? What the hell was that called?
Oh, Black Castle? Dark Castle? Something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That was really good. Just a nice little show. All right. Right along.
Yep. So, an official Fallout pen and paper RPG has been announced. Let's talk about role-playing games.
Okay, PC Gamer, would you please just never...
Yeah.
Jesus. Every time I refresh the page.
So...
Broadchurch, thank you.
Broadchurch, there we go.
Thank you to Heart, thank you very much.
Dark Castle, close enough.
Broadchurch.
Whatever. So, the company Modiphius Entertainment is going to be making a Fallout pen and paper RPG using their 2D20 system that they use for a bunch of their other RPGs, like Mutant Chronicles, Star Trek Adventures, I believe it's the Conan system as well. And so they've already proven that they can do like apocalyptic stuff really well because they had the whole Mutant Year Zero, Mutant Chronicles, and things like that. And Modiphius has just been proving more and more as they put out more and more things that they are like the company to be watching.
Yeah, how do they do so much? Like, how many people work at Modiphius, and how many major RPGs are they putting out? They're not like putting out little like, oh, this is cool. No, they're like, here, this is Star Trek. Here, they're putting out major properties, major IPs. And then they're also
Conan, John Carter of Mars. They just came out with. I just got a PDF of Things from the Flood, which is their follow-up to Tales from the Loop. Yeah. Still set in Simon Stalenhag's universe, but this one you play as teenagers in the 90s, and you can actually die in this one and stuff, as opposed to when you're kids in the 80s and everything like that. Really fucking cool. So, and then this article here is very, very long, but it's definitely a good read. So this is about Gary Gygax's wife and dealing with, Gail Gygax, dealing with all the shit that's happened to her since Gary Gygax died, including, like, people suing her, people, like, trying to break into her house to steal memorabilia, death threats, estranged children, all kinds of crazy stuff, and just, like, all the things that she's had to dealt with as like, multiple companies are trying to gain a hold of all of his original IP and stuff like that, and she's just been going through this crazy, crazy world. It's a pretty long article, but it's really a good read.
How do humans do this to each other? Nice doily.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do humans do this to each other? Like, leave her alone, man.
So, like, it's nuts. It's just crazy. So, this is definitely, like, a good read if you're interested in stuff about Gary Gygax and things like that.
Does she make money from D&D, from the IP? Does she benefit from it? I mean...
Not really. I mean, some, but, like, she doesn't even live in the house that she lived in with Gary because she couldn't afford it and stuff.
Right.
Like, you know.
That's rough. I mean, I'm not gonna say that she's like the brains behind it, but she did support him and help. You know, like
Yeah.
he was like pure chaotic energy. I think it's really funny when they were first doing this. She was convinced that there was another woman in somewhere in the picture because he would be like out playing games until 4 a.m. and come back home and like he's basically smoke cigarettes, play games, smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
They worked on new versions of his game, and so one day she finally like crashed the party, and it was a bunch of dudes sitting around the table
with dice, being like, oh,
like she's like, where is she?
Yeah.
Like
the princess, like. We're trying to save her from the keep right now.
I heard that you guys were playing Dungeon Master. What's going on here? Where's the fetish?
Yeah.
Where's the fetish group?
So, but it's crazy. There are
She
people
went through
trying
all
to
that
like,
stuff.
seize his original maps. There's like an 11 layered map of like a keep that he did that was supposed to be like the original thing that he used as a basis for it. The other neat thing about this article is it shows some like old stuff that he did, like the original character sheets, which are just index cards and stuff like that. But really solid article, worth a read.
Yeah. I'm going to read the rest of them after we're done here.
Yeah.
So, Diablo is out. Let's put
Yep.
this back up on the screen. So, Diablo is now on GOG. Diablo 1.
Good old Diablo.
People are freaking out and having fun about. It looks all right, sure.
Yeah.
Anybody have
not
anything
your
to say
not
about
your not your kind of game.
this? I don't like click 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 click. That's
I'm excited
that's
about
how you
it.
play. That's how you play Diablo. You go like this.
Yeah. I got it.
Your
I
index
bought
finger is
Diablo
gonna be freaking ripped.
Yeah.
Fresh meat. Yeah, there's a lot of nice little nuances and stuff to the game. I'll agree with that. Some good one-liners and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, too many clicks. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, this feels so weird. Not having it be dark.
Yeah, just deal with it.
This week only. I'm gonna
Okay.
sit down with this computer and make it my own.
All right, let's see.
What do we got going on this week?
Here's one.
Which one? You drive with the mouse.
All right. So we've got caller reporting a suspicious subject female dressed in military-looking uniform wearing a vest. Caller says it looks like she has weapons and possibly grenades attached to the vest. Follow-up to that is arriving officer reporting it's an unarmed security guard. Guard has no weapons and grenades.
Okay, people in Portland, just because a woman looks tough does not mean that she's some like commando with grenades here to take down the establishment.
right.
There was also that thing a few weeks or a month or so ago where some guy called the police on a bunch of hookers, and it turns out they were just girls going to a concert or something. Just hanging, like, okay, it was a warmer day, and they just didn't. They decided to like not cover all of their skin up.
No, they gotta be prostitutes. No,
God.
Yeah. Hard to understand caller reporting a disturbance. Someone has knives, and there is a white truck full of cocaine.
Geniuses. They're like, wait, the truck's white. They'll never notice the cocaine. Portland is fun.
Caller reporting a suspicious subject on his neighbor's property. Male screaming and moaning while defecating in the front yard.
I want the backstory, please. Can we I want to know everything that's happened up in that guy's life up until this point.
Okay. Report of a disturbance. Hotel guest was unable to get his room key card to work, so he broke down the door. Subject now inside room.
Okay. If someone has another area of the world that we should also look at that has like insanity like this, other than Florida. Florida's too much. I don't want to read about people eating babies and stuff.
Police report of a stolen ambulance. Ambulance heading eastbound. Stolen ambulance hit other vehicles. Possible injuries. Now northbound. Stolen ambulance driving very erratically. Still north 82nd passing Wasco running red lights.
What?
Stolen ambulance hit spike strips but is driving in opposing traffic lanes near Madison High School. School being locked for safety. Suspect has his hands out the window, but the ambulance is still rolling.
Is that that's the last post there, or is there more?
Police taking suspect into custody. No more school lockout needed.
This guy's exactly.
Yeah, someone's GTAing.
Just fucking GTA'd with an ambulance. Wonderful.
Report that a male subject
thanks for following.
smashed a person's phone, then chased them with a hammer. Male put hammer in a backpack and is walking away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful again.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any.
Hunting rifle and not pointing it. Okay, I think you're allowed to walk around with a rifle, right?
Yeah.
In Oregon, I'm gonna walk around with my bazooka.
Report of a screaming female out in front of urinating and defecating on the ground. Caller thinks she should be checked on.
Maybe she just really has to go.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let her use the bathroom.
It's true.
She's like, I'll show you. Oh, well. You got one more good one to end on. All right, last one.
Report of 2 males fighting, one armed with a leaf blower and a hammer, the other with a rock. You know what they say, never bring a rock to a hammer and leaf blower fight.
Okay, who's going to win that? I want to know, guys, in the comments, who's going to win, the guy with the rock or the guy with the leaf blower and the hammer?
Yeah.
You have ranged versus dual wield.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, ranged, is leaf blower ranged, or is it, I feel like it's like, it's as ranged as like a flamethrower, but.
I guess.
And is he actually going to hit him with the leaf blower, or is he trying to like blow him in the face and like blow his eyeballs out or something?
Yeah.
The guy with the hammer and the leaf blower. Depends on the size of the rock.
It's true. Like, is it like the big, like fighting the Gorn kind of thing? Like, rock that...
Two-handed rock or a one-handed rock?
Or is it like a... You know. You're right, you can throw a hammer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Humans evolved to throw rocks. I was listening to this not too long ago. So humans have evolved for years and years to throw rocks, and it's one of the big things as part of our evolution that helped us move away from the trees and into like the savannas and the plains and stuff, is we got really, really good at throwing rocks, and to the point where like a lot of tribes now who don't have a lot of technology and a lot of contact, they can kill like a zebra with like a single rock. You know, like a lot of the people in that tribe can just like bam, dead zebra. So what if this guy was like really, really good with a rock? He could just like boom, done. So my money is going to be on the guy with the rock if he can throw like a pitcher. If he has no baseball experience and no like throwing practice.
Was it a +2 rock of throwing by chance?
Could have been.
I want a +1 returning rock.
Returning rock.
So when I throw it, it comes back to me. Yes, this is Zeke from Bob's Burgers on here. Good spot.
Yeah, good spot to end it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. I'll get the audio and everything up and running. But
it'll all be fixed. Thanks for bearing with us through the weird audio.
Yeah, and thanks to Lenovo for the new streaming PC. This is going to help things be smooth. I don't know, like
super smooth.
Yeah, like my
so smooth, like butter.
Yes, that's what it's like.
Mm-hmm.